Hello, my little explorers. I'm Lucky the Unicorn, and today we're flying together to the smallest planet in our solar system, Mercury. Put on your spacesuits and hold on tight. Here we go. Mercury is the smallest and fastest planet. It's so close to the Sun that it seems like it's baking. Let's take a closer look to see what makes it so unique. Mercury is a little bigger than our Moon, but it doesn't have an atmosphere. This means that during the day, temperatures can reach a scorching 806 degrees Fahrenheit, while at night, they drop to a freezing negative 292 degrees Fahrenheit. Does the name Mercury remind you of something? That's right, Mercury is the messenger god of Roman mythology. The planet got its name because it moves very fast. Mercury completes one full orbit around the Sun in just 88 Earth days. One day on Mercury, meaning the time it takes to rotate once on its axis, lasts 176 Earth days. That means its day is longer than its year. Look at all those craters. Here, for example, is the Caloris Basin. It's so large, it could fit the entire country of Greece inside it. These craters were formed by meteorites that hit Mercury billions of years ago. Did you know that Mercury has frozen water? Yes, in the depths of certain craters where sunlight never reaches, ice has been found. It's like having ice cream in a sizzling hot frying pan. Mercury's gravity is very weak. If you weigh 66 pounds on Earth, you'd weigh only 26 pounds on Mercury. Imagine how high you could jump here. And here's something magical. From Mercury's surface, the Sun looks 3 times bigger than it does on Earth. But if you stood here, the Sun would appear to move back and forth. Confusing, right? But this happens because of Mercury's strange rotation. Mercury is a metal-rich planet. Its core is made of metal and takes up about 85% of the planet, making it very dense for its size. The core is mostly made of iron and nickel, while its mantle and crust are very thin. Mercury doesn't have any rings or moons. Unlike planets like Saturn or Jupiter, Mercury has neither moons nor rings, but it does have a magnetic hot tornado. Even though it lacks an atmosphere, Mercury has a weak magnetic field. This field creates hot tornadoes of charged particles coming from the Sun. Kids, Mercury's surface looks a lot like the Moon's. It's full of craters, but also has large flat areas from ancient volcanic activity. Since Mercury doesn't have an atmosphere, its sky is always black, even during the day. If you were standing on its surface, you'd see the stars and the Sun at the same time. For every 2 rotations on its axis, Mercury completes 3 orbits around the Sun. It may be small in size, but it's old. Mercury is considered one of the oldest planets, having maintained the same form for about 4.5 billion years. As we mentioned earlier, scientists found ice in craters near Mercury's poles, where sunlight never reaches. This is important because it suggests there may be areas that could serve as shelters for space missions. Mercury doesn't have an atmosphere to scatter light, so the side facing the Sun becomes incredibly hot, while the dark side freezes. This makes it one of the most extreme planets in terms of temperature. The spacecraft Mariner 10 visited Mercury in 1974 to 1975 and photographed about 45% of its surface. The most recent mission is the BP Colombo spacecraft, which launched in 2018 and is still exploring the planet. Even though it's so close to the Sun, it's very hard to see Mercury from Earth with the naked eye because it's hidden in the Sun's light. You can only see it just before sunrise or just after sunset, near the horizon. Mercury's craters are named after famous writers, artists, and composers such as Beethoven, Bach, and Tolstoy. How many Earth days does Mercury need to orbit the Sun? Correct, 88 days. What would you weigh on Mercury if you weighed 30 kilograms on Earth? Of course you'd weigh 12 kilograms. That was Mercury, my little friends, the smallest planet with the biggest secrets. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Until our next adventure, stay curious keep learning, and keep smiling. Bye-bye.